I agree. Okay, we're using a yoga block and weights this morning, so pick up your block and your weights. Remember, props are always optional, okay? We're gonna place that yoga block between the thighs. We got a weight in each hand. So my feet are in parallel. Send that navel in and up and send the tail down. Turn the palms to face forward. We're gonna do a little bicep curl as we releve up onto those toes. Up and down, up and down. You have always a choice to modify. So if you don't want to lift up the heels, keep your feet flat. Keep the arms close to your side and make sure that core is engaged. 8, 7, good. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn the palms in. We'll squat down, take the arms out, hold, and then bring it up. Hold, 2, 3. Bring the arms behind. Hold front, bring them behind. Hold, 2, 3, and stretch. Hold, 2, 3, and stretch. Hold, curl, straighten, pull back. Hold, curl, straighten, bring it back. Hold, bend, straighten, good. 1, 2, 3, open. 1, 2, 3. Give me 2 more, please. 1, 2, 3, open. Now stay down, open the arms behind you, flip the palms up, little tiny pulses. Neck in line with your spine, so I'm not looking straight ahead, I'm looking kind of out onto the floor. Squeezing the back of those arms, drive the belly in, send that tail long. How about add a little bit more of a push into that block? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep those arms back up and turn the palms in. Pull back and return. Back and return. We can soften those knees a little bit. Keep pushing into that block. Open the chest and squeeze those upper postural back muscles. Yep, and we go. Good morning. 8. Right there. 7. I'd go back that way. 6, a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to take the block onto the mat. And we're going to take our right foot on top of it. Remember, the block is optional. If you have a longer foot than me, which most people do, feel free to grab an extra block so the whole foot can be on it. Okay, so I'm going to start by taking this back foot, tapping it back and tapping it in. I'm going to keep my block leg bent. So I'm just tapping, tap and in, tap and in, tap and in, tap. Now bring those arms forward as you tap. 2, good. 3, 4, 4 more. Here's 4, here's 3, here's 2. Hold it here. Bend the elbows, bring those knuckles together. I want you to rotate over your bent leg. So we'll rotate and come back to center. Inhale to exhale. Rotate and hold. Make sure those shoulders are resting on the ribs. Hips don't go with you. And we go for 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. Weights will hang. We're going to go into a lunge and a lift. A lunge and a lift. 3. Balancing that dinner plate on top of your head. 4 more. Here's 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then step up. And I'm balancing here on 1 foot. Bend the elbows, palms facing inward. Let's take the leg first. Out and in. 2, 3, 4. 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2. Now hold it out there. I'm going to take my arms. Open, close. 7. Lock your standing leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and switch to the other side. You do okay with that one? Okay, quiet. All right. All right, so I'm going to start with my left foot on the block. My right foot is back. I'm in a little lunge here. And I'm going to do a little bicep curl as I tap in and tap out. Tap and tap. So my block foot, that leg, is bent. And the other leg is extending and bending in. That's it. And 3, and 2, and 1, and hold. Take those weights, knuckles together. Soften both knees. We'll rotate over the bent leg and back to center. Inhale, exhale. We'll go for 4, 3, wringing out the water, 2, and 1. Weights hang down. As we take the back leg down, we'll lift those arms out and back. Good. Remember, this is a down and up movement, not forward and back. We'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to balance on that one leg. Hold the arms to a 90-degree angle. Don't slouch in your standing hip, just the leg is going to go away from your center and back in. 2. Find that focal point. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stay out. Now the arms. 8. Woo. 7, 6. Hold that leg still. 5. It's staying out there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. That wasn't so bad. Take the block into the center of your mat. I'm going to turn it long ways, horizontal. And my feet are just straddling the edge. That's how wide they are of the block, okay? And we're going to take the chin to the chest, and we're going to melt down. I want you to soften your knees and take your weights onto the floor next to your block. Take your hands on top of the block. So I'm going to have my thumbs on top and my fingers wrap around. I'm going to take a leg back and then a leg back. You don't have to use the block. So right now while we're holding this, we're going to make our adjustments. So start by pulling the navel in, shoulders to rib cage, tail is tucked and lengthening, thighs are wrapping, and the crown of the head is like a flashlight out in front of you. And we're going to hold this for 8 and 7, here's 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Pike your seat up. Start to take the head between your arms and the heels go down. Raise the heels, round your spine, take your back out to a plank, and the head comes through last. Hold. Remember all those connections we talked about? Holding that plank at the beginning. Now pike up. Head goes between those arms. Lift the heels up, scoop, take it forward, melt those shoulders. Get your breathing into a pattern. Pike up again. The heels start to go down as we press back. Raise the heels, scoop and round, and lengthen. And we hold for 4 more, just that's it. And 3, and 2, and lower to your knees, and stretch back and release those wrists. Nicely done. Okay, so I'm going to turn my block, and my block is flat. So there's all kinds of ways you can have your block. You can have it like this, and I call this the tower. I want you to have it as flat as you can and have it long ways. Now I'm going to take my legs and press into that block, weights can go off to the side for a second. Now I'm going to start by just pressing into my block and activating my core, my inner thighs, and my glute. And then I'll release that pressure. So you can't tell I'm doing that, but you're pushing into that block and releasing it. Now this is where you would stay if you have a wrist issue, a shoulder issue. You're not going to lift your knees off the floor. Make sense? So you're still working, you're still squeezing muscles, okay? Next level, curl the toes under, push into the block, and lift it up where your knees are hovering the mat. Good. Take the block down. Do that again. Push into the block, pull the belly in. Hold. 2, 3, bring it back down. Squeeze into the block first, then we lift. Feel that core pulling that block off the mat. Release. Give me one more. Pull into the block, hold it there, and release. Now I'm going to let go of my block and take my knees on top of the block and then down. Try that. On top of the block and down. On top and down. So same thing, my core is still pulling me up off that mat. And 3, 2 more, 2, last one, and 1, and stretch back and release those wrists. Those wrists are probably saying, hello, I hear them. Onto your seat we go. We okay so far? Okay. I'll keep checking. The block is going to go between your thighs. I'm going to push into that block. Weights are in the hands, optional. Palms are turned in, and my weights are resting towards my mat. Start by going into a C curve, and a C curve is simply chin to chest, push your navel in. So it's not this collapse. Chin to chest, push your navel in. I'm going to start to float my arms off as I come back, and my arms will be right parallel as high as the shoulders. Hold this position here. I'm going to take my arms up, open, and sweep around. If you'd rather do one arm at a time, go for it. If the weights are too challenging, get rid of the weights. And up, open. Now let's reverse it. Open to a T, lift up, and come down. 2 more. Open, up, and down. 1 more. Open, up, and then as I start to come back up, my weights will lower down. My arms are still straight. How'd that go? Okay? Try that again. Shoulders down. Start to round back. Scoop deep. All the air out of your center. Now this time I'm going to take 1 arm up and 1 arm down. And then switch. Keep that block tight. It's going to engage those inner thighs, which support the abdominals. Lift and lift. Use those back muscles. Use your core. 4 and 4 and 3 and 3 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. Weights down, and we bring ourselves up. Last time, shin to chest. Scoop the belly. Bring it back. Now this time, I'm going to row. And as I row, I'm going to follow it. So I take 1 elbow back towards my mat, and I bring it back up. Now you can choose to come down that extra inch and touch the mat, or you just rotate and take the elbow towards the mat. You're going to do what works for your back, your shoulders. I inhale down, I exhale up. Take your time, move with precision, concentration, control, breathe, and move from your center. That's right, got all that? And make your movements nice and flowing. Inhale to exhale. Do 1 more each side, and then bring yourself up, and the weights go down. That was fun. Bring the weights parallel to the floor, chin to chest, scoop the belly, and we're going to take it all the way down. For 4, and 3, and 2, and now I slid my heels a little closer towards me. I like to lift my hips and put them back down. That helps me imprint my spine right now. My shoulders are on the mat. They're not floating up. As I take my arms down, my legs will draw into the chest. And I'll just tap my toes as I bring those weights up. Exhale here. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lengthen. Now pay attention to your neck. Make sure that your chin is a fist width away from your chest. The back of your head is firmly pressing into the mat. And you don't have to take your toes all the way down if that's taking your back off the mat. Now, if you want, you can add a head nod. My knees come in, my head comes up. I tap and keep my spine heavy. Move slower. We don't move fast. Good. We'll go for 3. Keep those palms turned in. 2. Now hold this one in. Press your legs straight. Bring them back in. Lower the head, bring the arms back up. And again, you don't have to lift your head. You don't have to press your legs out. But if you are making that long lever with these legs pushing out, you better squeeze your seat and really dig that belly in deeper. I'm going to add one more thing. Harder, when my legs go out, my arms will go away from me. I return and back in. Can you give me 2 more? Your neck should not feel strained. Where should your eyes be if your head is lifted? Your belly, not the ceiling. Eyes on the belly. And then bring it down. Take your weights to your mat like you're holding hammers. Raise your heels off your mat. Bridge up for me, pressing through the floor with anything is touching. The weights, the shoulders, the back of the head. We're going to lower down everything and lift everything up. Down, up, lower, lift. Use your breath. As you come up, we exhale. If this is bothering the toes, the calves, the ankles with your heels lifted, put the heels down. Keep pressing into that block. And we're going to go for 4. Good. 3. 2 more. 2. Hold this one up. Bring those arms up. And we'll bend the elbows and straighten. So your elbows don't move. That's a hinge for the lower arm to come down towards the upper arm. The weights are heading towards the shoulders. Can you pull your navel in and up? Squeeze your seat. And we'll go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weights first. Articulate your spine coming down. I'm glad you all still held on to your block. Release those weights and hug those knees into your chest. I want you to take that block nice and flat on top of your shins. And we're going to take hand over hand behind the head. Now, if you're not going to lift your head up, you can take your hands to your side. You can also put your hands under your seat to protect your lower back. So I'm going to nod my chin to my chest if I'm lifting my head. Remember, shoulder blades off the mat, eyes to belly, chest lifted, neck relaxed. I'm going to push my legs out. You choose how low and how straight, and then come back in. When you are taking your legs out, you've got to keep the belly heavy. The back cannot leave the mat. Inhale. Take your time. Exhale. I'm going to add on to this. If your head is lifted, when you come in, take your left shoulder towards your right thigh. Press back out. Inhale. Exhale. Switch. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. In. Squeeze your booty. Drive the navel deep. Wrap your thighs. Keep your back heavy. Inhale out. Exhale in. I heard a block drop. Did I? Yes. That's okay. Just like, yes. And then hug it in and grab onto that block. Okay, rock yourself all the way up. Take the block flat on the floor. Press the sides of your feet into your block and grab onto those weights. I want you to reach those arms parallel to the floor. Take the chin to your chest once again. Pull the navel back, pressing into your block, melt down. Remember, as far as you go down, it's harder to come back up. So if you don't think you can, don't go all the way down. We nod the chin to the chest, keep those heels flexed. Peel, peel, peel. Round over those thighs. Lovely. Start to roll it back. Lead with the waistline. Melt the shoulders, flex your feet. Press into that block. It's going to slide a little bit with you. Perfectly fine. Nod that chin to your chest. Slow. 8, 7, 6. Do you see how the block makes it better to come up? No? It does for me. Is it that? Okay. I looked at Lorraine. I knew she was going to say no. So we're going to stay all the way down. Now, I want you to lift these legs all the way up. Okay? And then lower it down. Bring it up. Squeeze everything you got. Take it down. Watch that shin by the chest. Don't let it flex up to the ceiling. Lift it up. Lower it down. Lift it up. Lower it down. You don't have to go all the way down, kids. Now hold it up. Bend the elbows. Straighten your arms. Lower the legs. Squeeze, bring it up. Bend the elbows. So maybe just going a little bit down and a little bit up is better for you, right? Or maybe not moving the legs at all and just keep doing the arms. Bend the elbows. Press up. Now, lower the legs all the way down. Flex the feet. Nod the chin to your chest. Can you give me that roll up again? Inhale to exhale. I'm going to bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. The head goes down. The legs come up. Elbows bend. Push back up. Lower the legs. Let's do a roll up. Inhale to exhale. Roll it back. Melt the shoulders. Send that tail towards those heels and bring those legs straight up. Bend. Now hold it up this time. Turn the palms in. Open the arms out. Press it in the block more as you come up. Open the arms. Press it in the block. Now, if you want, you can soften your knees as the arms go out and then straighten the legs. Now, if you're doing that, I want you to feel the opposition. When the legs are going up, the belly is going down, the spine is going heavier to the floor. I inhale, exhale. Give me 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Turn the palms to face your legs. You can have your feet down if you want, perfectly fine. I'm going to press up and lower. Push up and lower. You can also get rid of the weights and put your hands behind your head. And if you'd rather not lift your head at all, take the feet away from your center and back up. So there's always options for everybody. We're going to go for 4, 3, give me 2 more, last one, and release. Whew, okay, so let's first stretch our necks. So let's look to one side of our mat. There we go. And then look to the other. And I'm going to rest my feet on top of my block. And if it's easier to put your feet just on the floor in front of it, go for it. I'm just going to sway my knees to one side. You choose where your feet go. The block just may have been in the way. And then bring it up and let the knees go to the other side. Perfect. And then bring it back to center. Okay, so we're going to take our seat, lift up. Now there's 2 different ways we can put this block underneath us. It can stay flat, or if you want to go to a little bit of a higher hip extension, you can go into a higher block, okay? So lower is fine, higher is fine too. Not the tower way, although I don't think that's even possible. All right, so I want it to be underneath your pelvis. It's not digging into your lower back, okay? Tabletop your right leg. Keep everything connected, pulling in, add the other leg. Good. So my legs are together, my knees are over my hips, my shins are parallel. So here's a clue. If you can see your toes, your shins are not in parallel. I want you to press out your right leg, bring it back in, and then the left leg. Bring it back in. Now I'm going to add arms to this, and it'll be the opposite arm as leg. So when my right leg goes out, my left arm will come back by my temple and come back in. Left leg, right arm, bring it back in. Here's the breath. Inhale, exhale. If the block doesn't feel good on your back, get rid of it. And you can choose to stay in a bridge yourself without the block, or take the hips all the way down to the floor. Move slower. Feel the opposition with the leg and the arm. Don't forget the breath. We inhale, exhale. Inhale. Give me one more each side. Inhale. Last one. And take the left toes to the floor. And if you can, put your heel down. And lift the right leg up and turn that kneecap away from you. We're going to circle towards the center. We're going to go round and come up. Inhale to exhale. Lengthen that leg, scoop and move from your center. Keep the hips and pelvis still. Now let's reverse that. Inhale to exhale. Don't go any wider than your mat. That's the max. The other leg should be staying still. One more. I'm going to switch the leg out. So the other leg went down. The other leg came up. Belly still pulling in and zipping up. Chest is open. Shoulders heavy. Turn that left kneecap away from you. And we circle towards the other leg and bring it up. Can you feel your belly stirring this leg? Inhale. Good. I heard it. Yes. One more. Keep the other leg pressing into your center line. Now reverse. Away. Zip up. One. Inhale. Exhale. Two. Round to come up. Three. Inhale. Exhale. Four. And inhale. Exhale. Five. Can you bring both legs up again? I want you to take your right leg down until it's parallel to the hip. Bend the knees. I'm just going to let my toes fall, slide it in, and bring it up. The left leg is going to lengthen out of that hip. Pull that belly in deeper, bend the knees, slide it in. Now we're going to play follow the leader. The right leg is going to go down, and as it's sliding in, the other leg will go down and slide in. So it's a down, in, up. Down, in, up. Each time the legs, one's completely up and one's completely down, have those legs pause for a second into that lovely L shape. Or maybe it's a V, depending on how flexible you are. It would not be a V shape with mine. Both legs are straight, pull it in. Both legs are straight and move. Now can we reverse that? Can you start with the knee that's bent, coming down to the mat, slide out, and the other foot goes down to the mat and slides out. Your job is to keep the hips and pelvis still, move from your center, lengthen, squeeze the seat. This should feel kind of like good and hard at the same time, because when you tap your toes and slide out, you're getting such nice length out of that hip. Okay, enough of those. Bring those knees in. Woo! And take your feet down to the floor. We'll bridge up. We'll slide that block out. And let's take our time coming down. And you appreciate that mat. It's like, oh, yes, we do love the mat. And release. Okay, grab back onto your block and place it between the feet / ankles, because it's pretty long. It's going to cover a lot of that. Okay, my arms are straight up, and my knees are going to sort of turn out like a frog, but your knees should not go wider than your shoulders. Arms straight up. So I'm going to reach up, grab onto the block, press the legs together as I reach back. Crunch back up, put the block between the feet / ankles, and reach out. So I'm taking my head down after I grab that block or place it back in. That's one option. You can keep your head down altogether. I'm going to start keeping my head up. Inhale out, exhale in. If the block is not between the feet are together in a Pilates V. Out and in. Lengthen and scoop. Do not let your back get strained. So maybe take the legs higher. Remember, if there's nothing between those feet, glue them together. Glue them together. You're not gluing them together. Heels together when you press out without the block. The block's in your hands. Release and hug everything in. Okay. We can do this today. The block is fun. It's a great prop. Put the block into your right hand and bring your right leg straight up. okay? Take the left leg out to 45. I'm going to pass the block underneath the right leg, scissor, pass it underneath the left. So we're doing a figure 8 scissor. And you're going to go as slow as you'd like. And if you want, you can add eyes to belly. We're just passing it. Try to have those legs lengthening. Of course, your back is imprinting. You can bend the knees if that feels better. You can bend them like this instead of a straight leg. Boom, and shh, shh, shh. 4, and 3, 2 more, 2, 1, and release. Let's rock it side to side. Good job. Take the feet to the floor. Put the block flat against your right quad. Draw that quad in and take the right elbow against it, and my head came up. My other hand will go behind my head. Okay? Hold that there. Bring the other knee in. So I want you to take that leg out and in, out and in, out and in. Keep that block tight and take your time. Out and in, out and in, out. Now I want you to hold it in. I'm going to switch my elbows. Cross over. The other elbow is on the mat now, and I'm looking over that block. Same thing. Press out and in. Inhale. Exhale. So yeah, I'm rotated slightly to my right, but my spine is still centering on that mat, and both hips are level. 2 more. Don't drop your block. 1 more. And release. How'd that go? Okay, take the left leg to a table. Block against that thigh. My left elbow will come on. The other hand will go behind my head. Draw the other knee in. And we're going to press it out and in. Out and in. Inhale. Maybe you'd rather tap your toes than press out. Pick what works for you. 3, 2, hold it in. Now I'm going to put the other elbow on the block, and the other one goes to the floor. And I look over that block. Same thing with that leg. I press it out and in. Inhale, exhale. These are hard. Do them correctly. Keep your spine imprinting on that mat. Keep pressing into your block. I'm seeing them starting to slide. Keep pushing with that thigh and the elbow. And 3, and 2, 1 more, and release. We'll drop our knees to each side of the mat, or maybe you want to do a bridge, maybe you want to hug the knees in, do you. Okay, let's bring ourselves all the way up. All right, so we're going to sit on top of our block, and by elevating your hips higher than your heels, it helps you sit up taller. Feet are as wide as the mat, and my feet are flexed. Okay? And I'm going to grab onto one weight. I'm going to press into the side of that weight. And if you're not holding a weight, you would simply just keep your hands the same way. Okay? All right, so my legs are straight. I'm feeling the back of my knees pressing down. Plug the shoulders in. Can you send the pelvis deeper towards that block instead of curling it up towards you? Does that make sense? Can you adjust it? Because I'm seeing some of you like this. Now watch how I'm going to fix that. Push it down, and the seat feels like it's lifting up. Okay? Reach long, plug your shoulders into your back. Sit taller, an inch taller. Feel like I'm up there on the ceiling pulling you up. Inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to round over a barrel. Don't touch the barrel. Lower the arms towards the mat. Now when you lift them back up, pull that belly in deeper, activate those armpit muscles, and then stack up, straight up. Exhale forward. Inhale down. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale to stack. Exhale. Eyes to navel. Watch your belly going back. My arms are right next to my ears. Now I lower them down. Now I lift them by my ears again, and I keep my arms just like that when I stack up. Okay, so remember, the arm should be here pretty much the whole entire time. Chin goes to chest. Now my ears are right by my arms. I lower down. I lift up. I scoop, stack, and then release the arm. Grab onto both weights. I'm going to take my legs now centered into a Pilates V and slightly hinge forward so my shoulders are in front of my hips. Yay. We're going to do some shoulder presses. We're going to press up and down. Pull that navel in and up. So it's not just about the shoulders working here. It's about that navel pulling in and zipping up, engaging the abdominals. Can you feel like your chest is almost going through a door frame? Can you lengthen the back of the legs? Good. And we go for 4, and 3, and 2. Hold it. And I'm going to go slightly back and come right back up. I didn't go very far. Right there. And I come up. Remember, you're on a little block. Inhale. Exhale. You see how I always end forward? Forward. 2 more. Keep out of that lower back. 1 more. Good. And I'm going to take one arm behind me. One arm in front. Bring it back up. Palms face the floor. Come back up. Now keep your neck in line with your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Now I'm using 2-pound weights. This is a pretty long lever for your arms. So if you're using 3s, you might want to drop them for this one if it feels straining right now. And then bend the elbows and pull them back. I'm going to hinge forward. So I didn't round. My whole body hinged. My shoulders are still relaxed. And these little kickbacks. So we're hitting triceps again. Love to do triceps. This is one of the areas that women hold fat, is in their triceps. Relax those shoulders. I'd rather the arms go lower than higher and have your shoulders up by your ears. The more you hinge forward, the higher the arms can go. But I'm not worrying about that. I'm worrying about you keeping the shoulders heavy and activating the upper arm. And we'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it up. Release those weights. Take the legs as wide as your mat. Feet are still flexed. Legs should be straight, because I usually say if you can't sit up tall, bend them. Sitting on the block should help that, so you won't need to bend. But if you have to still bend, go for it. Open the arms to a T, melt the shoulders. Rotate to your right leg on an inhale. Exhale, take your left pinky and saw off your baby toe as you look to your back hand. Pull up from your belly. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, look to the back hand. Inhale up, rotate, exhale. Inhale up, rotate. One more each side. Shoulders are down, bringing water out of that rib cage. Bringing it up. Inhaling on the twist. Exhaling. Inhale and release the arms. Okay, off the block and we're going to a quadruped position. So we're going to put the block underneath our right knee. So there's 2 different ways we're going to do with our right foot. All right, so if you want more balance, more stability, keep your right toes, see my right toes right here? They're going to stay on the floor. If you want to challenge your stability once you get moving and you see what we're doing, you can take your toes, see that, off the block or off the mat, okay? All right, so we're going to take this free leg and we're going to bring it up. So my hip and my knee are in a straight line. I want you to drive that knee in and then drive it out. Drive it in, lengthen it out. Bring it in, press it out. Bring it in. Further challenge, take the right hand off the mat. Oh boy. And the toes, go for it. Yep. 3, boom. And 2, 1. Flex the foot, put it down. Take 2 hands onto the mat. Using your core, take the knee off the block. Yep. Hold it there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now do a little wiper out to the right and in. 2, 3, 4. 4 more. You can get out of it anytime you need to. 2 more. 1 more. Knee comes down, foot comes in, and lower down. Okay. Stretch those wrists. I know the wrists get cranky. Couple things you can do if the wrists get really miserable. You can roll up your mat and have your heels slightly higher. That's one option. 2, go onto your forearms. The ultimate thing once you do, though, is pull more into the navel, so you're pulling the weight off your mat and putting it into here. Okay? It's possible. It is. It's just like, okay. You guys are too funny. All right, left knee goes on top. So remember, you can have the left toes on the mat, challenging toes off the mat. So I'm going to take that right knee, hang tight because I feel like I'm out of alignment here. Take the right leg back, pause. Right now, if I drew a box around the shoulders and your hips, I should be able to make a box. So that means your hips not lifted because then I wouldn't have that box, right? So shoulders, hips in a straight line. I'll drive this knee in, slightly round the spine, and then squeeze the butt and lengthen. So I had 2 hands on the floor, and you can choose toes on or off on the block side. If we move fast and don't use the belly and the glutes and connect those shoulders, we will not have balance if we try to lift that arm off. Now, when you're ready, take the left hand off. In, out. And that left side may shake like crazy. As long as you're balancing and you feel those muscles working, go for it. 3, 2, woohoo! Hands down, foot flex, drop it to the mat. Pull that belly in, take the knee off the block and hold. 8, 7, 6, lower those hips. 5, don't be too high. 4, 3, we're going to take that knee and wipe it to the left and over the block. 2, yes. 3, 4, and we're not even in Planksgiving right now. We've got all these planks going on. And 2, and 1, lower it, bring it in, and release. Give those wrists a little bit of a circle. Hopefully they're still our friend. Okay, take the block off to the side, and we're going to go back to our weights. So weights are right beside you. We're going to lay all the way down, and our palms are going to be behind us facing up with the weights resting in each hand. Let me do a quick time check. Okay, wow. We're just having so much fun. Okay, pull the belly in. Arms are behind you, weights or no weights. I want you to shrug your ears to your shoulders. Then roll them up towards the ceiling, and then lift the weights off as the shoulders roll down. Squeeze your butt, pull the belly in, and then release. And I'm always going to look down where my nose was. Shrug, roll it up, lift the weights back to your heels, open the chest. Come back down. Shrug, roll, inhale, lift, exhale. Shrug, up, lift and lengthen. Squeeze your seat. Pull the navel in as you come down. Watch the neck. Shrug, up, hold. Now lift the legs up and little swim. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the weights. Hands next to your shoulders and slowly stretch back into a child's pose. Scoop the belly and round the back. Nice length here. Do me a favor, take the arms behind you one more time and make cups with your hands because I want to do a plank into side plank, and I don't want those wrists to get cranky. You can do this. Okay. So we're going to put the weight or the block under your left hand, and the weight's going to be with your right hand. Now, you can always modify your planks, right? So you could always have your knees here, and then when we go to our side plank, you'll have to go like this. You'll have to turn and take that knee with you, and then come back down. So that'd be modified, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to go into a plank. I'm going to take my feet just a little bit wider than I normally do. And I want you to row first with that weight. Now punch it up as you rotate into your side plank. Bring it back, bending, and punch it back down. Can you do that again? Go. Row, punch, row, down. Just 2 more. Row, lift, row, down. 1 more. Row, lift, row, come down, and release. Okay? Stretch the wrists. Okay, switch. Block goes underneath your right hand. Weight goes in the left. And right after this will give you some, yes, we're going to do this. We're going to do some side lying stuff. Yes. Okay. You got something to look forward to. Hand on the block. You can go to modify the knees back, correct? Or feet apart. I row, lift up, row, tap down. Row, lift up, row, come down. Row, lift up, row, come down. 1 more. Those knees pivot with you. The hips pivot with you. Yes. And release. Circle those wrists, and we'll move on. Okay. We're going to come on to the block. So I've got, and it's not really my hip, it's more like my upper thigh. Find what's comfortable for you, okay? And remember, you don't have to use the block. You would just be on your side. Props are always optional, because here's what's going to happen. If you don't have this stability and connection, this is going to start to go like this, and it's going to crank that shoulder and neck, okay? All right, so I'm going to start by just lifting my legs to parallel and down. Lift and lower. So, of course, my belly's pulling in and up. Crown of my head is long, so I shouldn't be looking at my legs. My hips are stacked. I'm pushing through that forearm that's on the mat. Yes. Good. And we're going to go 4, 3, 2. Do you have it on the flat side? Hold. Okay. So I want you to take your top leg forward and back. Forward, back. The other leg is just hanging there. Forward, back. Plug those shoulders into your back. 2 more. And back. Boom. And stack your legs. Turn the top kneecap to the ceiling. Take the hand behind your head. Trace the inseam. Zip it up. Bend and press it out. Trace, lift up, bend, push out. Trace, bring it up. Trace, sit back, out. 1 more. Boom, 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 and boom. Take your bottom foot forward and your top leg back. I would do little scissors. 1, 1, 2, 2. Keep the hips stacked. 3. Just 2 more. 4, 5. Bring them together and release. That was fun. Guys are kind of quiet today. Are we awake? Good answer. I like when people work hard. Okay. So again, I'm not, my hip bone is here. I'm not really resting my hip bone on that block, but that's what works for me. Okay? You should be able to hold these legs out here, and there should be no pain in the side of your body or this shoulder. If you've got that pain going on, get rid of the block. okay? Should you be collapsed here? No. Think of wearing a dangling earring and the shoulders staying away from the earring. Okay, legs are stacked. We're going to lift up and then down. Lift. And I promise your legs are there. You don't need to look at them. Good. Push off that arm. Don't collapse on that shoulder. If you feel this going, ugh, get out of it. Fix it. Feel the whole side of your body lifting these legs. If you go too fast, you're not going to feel it. Scoop and lift. Wrap and squeeze. How about lengthen? You hear that all the time in Pilates. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Hold it here. Now just your top foot will go forward. And I like to have my fingers touching this top hip and making sure it's staying still. It's not moving. And watch this bottom shoulder. Other leg is staying parallel, right? And it's just the top leg, it's moving. Now stack these legs. Rotate your top kneecap to ceiling. Hand goes behind the head. I trace my inseam. I bring it up. Trace it back out. In and lengthen. Drive in, lift up, bend it, press out. Give me one more. Bring it up. Okay, now take your bottom leg forward. Take your top leg back. Hips are staying stacked. Crown of the head is long. And we're going to do 5 each. 1, 2, 3. Pull the belly in deeper. Keep that hip lighter. And then bring the legs together and release. You did it. Woo! How'd it go? It looked pretty good. Okay, here we go. The block is between my feet. So we're going to do a little lift from the hips, opening the chest and shoulders, and bring it down. I have my fingers turned out. That's not the ideal positioning. The ideal positioning is fingers face you. My wrists don't like that, so I turn mine out. Doesn't mean you turn the shoulders in. Watch the shoulder placement, okay? So shoulders are down the back, chest is open, and we lift, and then we come down. And again, heel of the hand pushes down, hips are lifting up. Exhale down. Lift up, crown of the head is lengthening long. Bring it back down. And one more, curl and lift. And bring it down. I'm going to take my legs an inch away on each side. Still stay lifted, nice and tall. My right foot is going to flex. I'm going to take this foot on top of the block and down. Top of the block and down. Use your abdominals like an eject button. My belly pulls in to get this leg up. Good. And 3, and 2, and 1. Reposition, so I started catching myself slinking down. Try to stay lifted, flex the left foot, and we lift in. Touch and down. 2. Don't move fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring the knees towards you. Now my fingertips can point towards my block. I bend my elbows down. I'm going to draw my knees in towards me. Okay? I'm going to take my body, my upper body, back a couple inches as my legs straddle that block, and then go over top of the block. Beside the block, forward. Boom, boom. I'm going to try to grab onto my block, put it down. Grab onto my block, put it down. Grab on, Put it down. Press in. Bam. Yeah. One more. Yeah. Yeah. Straddle your block. Sit up. Can you take your hands on your block and slide your hands towards the edge? Take a couple breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. You guys are amazing. Okay, I'm going to stand my block up. Now I'm going to come on to my side. And you can have your head down if you need to. But here's what I'm going to do for the side of my hip and leg. I'm going to take it forward and back, okay? 1, 2, belly comes first, then the hip, outer thigh, and glute. Take your time, and if you need to, put it down 1, 3, 2, and 1, okay? All I want you to do, you're not going to be able to see me, I won't see you, other side. So you're going to start with the foot behind your block. Your bottom leg is bent. Are we ready? Lift up to the front and to the rear. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. Belly in, shoulder down. Take your time. Lengthen that leg. And 3. 2 more, please. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it back up and face your block. Take it between the shins. Grab onto your weights. Okay, got it in? So I start with my weights over the knees. Press into the block. Remember, if you go all the way down, it's harder coming up. So if you have trouble coming up, don't go all the way down. I come up, I make sure my weights are over my knees. I don't go past my knees. Plug your shoulders in. Roll it back. Exhale. Inhale. I'm going to give you more options. Only take the one that works for you. Inhale down, or exhale down. Hover. Bring it down. I'm not coming all the way up. I'm just taking my chin to my chest now. So this is the start to the hover teaser, right? So if I can get my back heavy as my legs are going out, now from here, feel like you got puppet strings with those weights, pull yourself up, hover down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Keep the feet down if you need it. 1 more. Woo, and hug it in. Yes, I hear it. I feel it too. I get you, I get you. Okay, rock yourself up. Release the block. You did it. You did it. We made it. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Hinge forward. As the chest is coming forward, the glute should be pressing back. Did you guys get warm today? Yeah. Okay. Question is Lorraine's hair still nice and curly and all fixed? Looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good still. Put that foot to the floor. She came in here. She had all curls, her makeup's on. Like, where you going, girl? And then switch the leg. Cross the ankle over the other leg. Stay tall in your spine. Hinge forward. As the chest goes forward, the butt goes back. It's a glute stretch. And I'm going to let that foot go to the floor. And I'm going to rotate over that bent leg. Grow taller. Oh, grow taller. Use that hand against the outer knee. Good. Let's go into a quadruped position, hands and knees. Let's go. Let's go. Go back into a down dog. You know, I love to end with these. I love pressing those heels down, stretching those calves. And let's run. 1 heel up, 1 heel down. You don't want these calves getting tight. They can give you a lot of problems. 2 heels down. Walk your feet into your hands. You can either stay straight-legged or your knees can bend. Everyone's going to bend the knees now. Straighten the legs. Bend the knees, drive those feet down. One more. Peel yourself up from your core. Send the tail down as you are coming up. Bring these arms up on an inhale. Exhale down. Two more. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Stay lengthened as you exhale. And last one, inhale to exhale, and you have made it. Hot one in here today, huh?